was actually talking about this the other day. I think there's maybe only 1 or 2 people that I actually haven't worked with yet. And Daniel is one of them, who's going to be here later this afternoon. Yeah, I know. Don't worry, I get that too. He shows up on set in his dapper suits, and I get some butterflies as well. Yeah, no, I think Daniel is one of the few people I haven't worked with yet, and God, he is awesome. It's ridiculous how good he is. So I'm hoping, I've been kind of elbow nudging the writers and saying, surely there's a storyline for Josh and Elijah somewhere. Secret lovers, I don't know. Whatever, brainstorm. What else do we got? It's a pretty good one. Were you intimidated by the TVD fandom and the new Originals fandom? Yeah. Case in point. Yeah, it's funny. I don't know how much you guys know about the character. I think when I first signed on to play Josh, it was like a 3 to 5 episode thing, and they didn't really know where they were going with the character. I didn't really know where they were going with the character, but I figured, oh, okay, the original sounds cool. I know Vampire Diaries is popular. We'll go do a few episodes and then move on to something else. And here we are now, 9 months later. So that's awesome, but yeah, I have to say, I mean, the way that you guys especially have kind of latched on to Josh as a character has been freaking awesome. Seriously though, I mean, there is no way that I would be here right now if you guys hadn't noticed Josh and the character, and I have a feeling that things are only going to get a little crazier for Josh from here on out, in more ways than one. What do I like most about playing Josh? And the least? Let's start with the least. Josh gets crapped on a lot. It's like, sometimes I feel like there's a scene and they're like, we need to really mess with somebody. Who should be in that scene? Josh. Obviously. Yeah, it seems like I just kind of get bounced around from one powerful person to the next, and they just kind of kick me a few times, and then they're like, okay, we're good with you, we'll pass you on to the next person. So that hasn't been all that fun. However, it is nice that anytime there's a joke that needs to be told, they know who to call. What does this scene need? More gay vampires that tell jokes. We have a guy for that. So that's been awesome. Kind of being the comic relief of the show. And the other cool thing about Josh, which I'm sure you guys have probably noticed, is that he's the one character that I think the audience can probably relate to more than anybody, because he's in this position where he gets kind of thrown into this supernatural world against his will, and he's figuring it out just like any one of you guys would if you were tossed into this world. So he's kind of figuring out how to survive and doing anything that he can, and I think when you see him on screen, a lot of times you can kind of relate to that. At least I know I could. I would love to stop talking for a minute and have a drink of water. So yeah, maybe somebody wants to come up and ask a question, and while they're doing that, I can slowly hydrate myself. That's always how I drink water.